Pre-show. Yeah. Murder hobo what? Yeah. I guess I should probably pull my character up. Yeah, the wizard has to go through this big long ritual of fitting the spell scroll into the 3-hole punch and then smacking it, and then opening the rings and hoping everything doesn't go flying. So it's very difficult. Yep. Wait, what? Uh oh.
See us.
Well, good
Let's
thing
try
we
that.
didn't start playing it.
Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you, Spikeette. You can't hear me, thank you, but
Absolutely.
I'm definitely doing that.
So can she hear us now?
I hope so.
But go ahead. See, we're doing procedural right now anyway, so go ahead.
Anyway, I just thought like they were more role-playing decisions, and that I think he's probably a little wiser after that situation, and maybe a little smoother as well.
Smoother.
Thus the 16 charisma.
Nice.
That makes
Now
a lot of
Dahlia's
sense.
in for a good night.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that's not this episode, but we'll see.
He says that every episode.
That's true.
I don't engineer it. I just guide the best I can. What happens, happens. Sorry, we're just waiting to make sure we have audio on, and then we'll get Oddmar's poem.
Is Dolatress not going to be here tonight?
No.
Dolly, she has a protest to go to, so represent all of us, Dolly. Get to it, man.
She's doing her civic duty.
She
Yes.
is. So she will be hanging out in the bag for this.
But
this
we
show.
have very positive Dolly news to share later.
Yes, we do. I'm
Yes.
almost done with it too, but we'll talk about that later. It's new. I'm new to lit RPG. This is the first one I've ever read, so it's very
Oh, wow.
fascinating.
That's
yeah,
cool.
it's this new genre for me. All right, so we're
Yeah.
good.
You can hear us, Spikeette?
Yep, she says yes, she's good. All
Oh,
right,
good.
Yeah.
excellent. Man, what would we do without her? She's got to come in and test audio for us.
Right.
All right, Zafo, we should do something so you know when to cut it for YouTube. Like,
I used to do this.
is that what you so you know where to cut it? That's cool.
Yeah, so that I would know where to cut it.
Awesome.
Do that.
All right.
Mark it.
Yeah.
Don't use a real knife, please. Okay. All right. So if we are ready, let's get started. Let's hear Oddmar's awesomeness from last week.
All right, let me just... Okay. The name of this poem is called The Mines Below Ruithim. 'Twas the mines below Ruithim, and all through the shafts, booby mushrooms and dank pools await foul witchcrafts. The stalactites were hung with cobwebs and spiders in an effort to keep out wandering outsiders. Sad Ryland was nestled in the dark and the ooze, his poorly laid plans suffering numerous miscues. When the cursed crew did arrive with a thump and a clatter, to pound Ryland's face into mushy cake batter. Master Fulton Ashanis in towering ire, clever Zafin and Dolatress bearing hellfire. Valtrex and Oddmar brought up the rear, while Ryland peed into his boots in his fear. The villain summoned the vile, cackling Darrows, who Zafin filled with flawlessly placed arrows. Ryland's scheme was dashed with the cursed crew's blitz, and he stamped and he wailed and threw the most childish of fits. The cavern collapsed on Ryland and one minion, who had the unfortunate luck to be magically pinioned. While everyone ran, Master Fulk got kinda creepy, and even Ashanis was a little bit weepy. For though Ryland was sorted under Ruithim's streets, and an end had been brought to his numerous defeats, on the portal's far side, the true enemy still lay. Foul Demogorgon yet carries impending doomsday.
Yay.
I think that was your best one, honestly.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was really,
Perfect.
That was so good.
really well done. I also have to ask if you guys have ever considered Kevin for any voice, like doing his own audiobooks or something, because he's got a very good voice.
I very, very briefly explored that until I actually talked to a real voice actor person, and very quickly realized I did not have the skill set for that.
Like, this is not for me.
No, that is for professionals.
That's awesome. Awesome. All right. So we now have all of our players in mostly one piece heading out of the mines. So as y'all head out of the mines into the dim light, because it's kind of cloudy. It is in a cold area right now. So as you're pulling out into the light, you see the first person you see is Vandalia. And Vandalia runs over to Ishanis. He's like, "Oh, you're back! You're alive! Oh my gosh, I was so afraid. I had no idea what was happening. A bunch of dwarves came out injured, and I was just so scared. I'm so glad you're back."
Are you the daughter or the ex-wife? Girlfriend? I don't
Vandalia
remember.
is the ex-wife. Vandashan is the one who's both your names, right? So Vandashan is the daughter. So Vandalia is the ex-lover.
There we go. Yep. We. I was totally caught off guard by that.
Smooth.
I wasn't ready. Smooth. See, the extra charisma is paying off already. Yep. We took care of everything in there. But some problems remain.
Some problems were made, but
Yeah,
you're
but-
okay. Is everyone
Yes.
else okay? Oh,
Everyone else is also okay, but most importantly, I am okay.
oh, excellent.
And it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. The priest Battle Axe, he said that he and just as she says his name, like she summoned him, he comes out of the church right over there. He's like, "You're back!" And behind him, you see a whole bunch of dwarves following him, and they're all cheering. They're all cheering that you've made it out alive, even after all the rumble and all that kind of stuff. Except you see one dwarf with like a solid hat on. I don't know if they'd have an actual miner's hat, but something that's more solid, is grumbling, and he walks around you to go into the tunnel to go see. He's like, "They better not have damaged everything. We have a lot of work to do. We need stuff done and get done." And he just goes right past you.
Whoops. Sorry.
We only
Yeah,
collapsed one chamber.
We are also very happy that we are still alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's true.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So, if I could drag Master Fault aside just a little,
Go ahead.
what is your history with Ryland?
Oh. So now I've never met the guy. Never met him before we all met him together.
You seem pretty pissed off for somebody you never met before.
Yeah. How far over did you drag him? Because how dumb do you think we are, Master Paul? You were screaming, "I am the true master here." Like, what is that all about?
So Master Fault is still kind of like high on mushrooms. If you
I
recall.
forgot about that.
Oh,
So
this is the perfect time to ask them.
He's clearly a
Yes.
little like confused, and he's like, I don't remember saying anything like that. I think you must have been mistaking someone else for me. I can change shape. It might have been that. You might have thought I was Valtrex or.
Can other
Dolly. Where
people
is
change
Dolly
shape into
anyway?
you?
Where is Dolly anyway?
Priest Battle Axe comes over, recognizing the signs that Master Fault is showing. He's like, "Oh, young man, you must have had the same problem that's happening to all my dwarves. I was hoping y'all solved whatever that problem was. Here, come. We know how to treat it. If you'll just come inside, we'll help you in the temple. Is everyone else okay?" And he looks up at Anmar, and he can see it in your eyes too. He's been treated
Yes,
this long.
but I am enjoying it.
He's like, he looks at you for a minute. He goes, "Okay." Master Fault, if you would like to come this way, we can help you with that. And if all of you will come, we are all so grateful for what you have done for our town. Do you know what caused this sickness? Did you figure it out?
Is that dead guy back there?
Is
I mean,
that-
we kind of went in and killed somebody. We're kind of hoping that was the problem. I'm not sure that we actually connected the guy with the problem, but he was
Captain
near the problem.
Captain Wyvern interrupts and she says, I think it's the mushrooms. Have you seen mushrooms about in the cave?
They're
And
pretty smushed at this point.
the priest is like, "Well, there are some occasionally. But I mean, we're in caves all the time with mushrooms. We didn't know what these particular ones were, so we made sure not to eat them. But we were careful." So, and Captain Wyvern's like, no, I think it's definitely the mushrooms. You need to not be careful around them. You need to avoid them at all cost. If you find any, they need to be safely removed.
Look at the colors.
The priest is like, okay, come with me. Come with me.
As I get led away, I want to shout, make sure we get paid.
The callers want you to reveal more of your backstory.
Yeah.
Does Vandalia is like, Ishanis, please, our daughter is inside. Our daughter. Kind of like the way that sounds.
I do too. All right, let's go, and I'll reach out for her hand.
Okay. And she
And
gladly takes
walk-
it. She even squeezes a little and
with
then
her.
just gently.
All right.
They go inside to the they're going to a church, people, so it's fine. Don't stress out yet. So they all go into the big temple. What about everyone else? Do you go with? What does everyone else do?
yes.
Yeah.
That's where they took Master
sure.
Fault, right?
Yes,
The
that's where
temple.
Master Fault
Yeah,
was going.
okay. Yeah.
All right. So in you go. As you enter, you see a bunch of dwarves. Some of them are injured, like normal injuries, like, they hit their head or, something from the rock from the cave in, normal stuff. And some of them are a little freaked out. One of them is trying to climb the wall for some reason. And some of them, but they all have kind of those, like, the crazy eyes that Master Fault has right now too. And Oddmar, but Oddmar seems to like it, so. All right. The priest goes and the priest is like, the mushrooms, that is so fascinating. He calls over an acolyte. Acolyte? How do you say that word?
Acolyte.
Acolyte.
I used to be one. If you're in the church, I was an acolyte.
Were you?
It's like an altar boy.
Oh. It's one of those words again that I can spell and I know what it means, but I can't say it to save my life. Maybe Bare Naked Ladies need to put it in a song. Acolyte. I can say that. Acolyte.
Seems to be
So
what works for you.
he calls
It is
over an acolyte.
pronounced baby priest.
There you go. He calls one over, and it's another dwarf who isn't that much shorter, but by his face you can tell he's much younger. And he's like, please, I need you to go get the mayor and tell him about the mushrooms. We need to get rid of those so we can continue the mine operations. And the acolyte's like, sweet, and he's out. And the priest is like, we are so grateful. I cannot believe you solved this. We've been here for months now. We had no idea it was those mushrooms. So I want to reward you. So he pulls
They had no
out.
idea.
He what?
No
They had
idea.
no idea. No
They
idea.
had no idea that it was the mushrooms.
No,
Just
they'd
not-
never seen it before.
Not
totally
the
not
crack
connected.
investigation squad.
Yes.
Nope.
I am biting my tongue.
Doing the best I can. Leave me alone. All right. So he pulls out.
Sorry,
Do you
I'm sorry.
want the thing or not? Okay. He pulls out the belt of dwarfen kind. So he pulls
Really?
out a belt
Is it-
of dwarfen kind. It's
Turn
on.
you into
I
a
wrote down
dwarf?
what page it's on so I could tell you how awesome it is. Except that my computer's on top of the books. So hold on. Let me pull it up online. I didn't think this through. Apparently, story of my life. Belt of dwarfen kind. It does strong stuff or something.
on Oddmar's reaction, I would think so.
Yes. All right. It says, while wearing this belt, you gain the following benefits. Your constitution score increases by 2 to a maximum of 20. You have advantage on charisma checks, so for persuasion and stuff, to interact with dwarves. So you will you have persuasion with dwarves. It does have to be attuned. So whoever decides
So
to have it.
No Ishanis.
Hey, he tuned the last one. It took a lot of concentration, but he did it. So you do, and here's the fun part. That's why I liked it. In addition, while attuned to the belt, you have a 50% chance each day at dawn of growing a full beard, if you're capable of growing one, or a visibly thicker beard if you already have one. And then if you are not a dwarf, which we don't have any dwarfs in the party, you also have an advantage on saving throws against poison, and you have resistance against poison damage. You have dark vision, so anyone who doesn't have dark vision, this might be a cool thing. And you can speak, read, and write dwarfish when you are wearing it.
Wow.
I have a question.
Yes.
If Master Fault uses it, can it be that whoever he shapeshifts into still has the beard?
I guess that's going to be up to his shape-shifting. And I will say I kind of resent the part where it says if you are capable of growing a beard. Because so that means no young men either, right? And then quite frankly, if I didn't shave all the time, I don't know, man. I could probably, I'm getting old. All this German in me. I bet I could grow a goatee. I bet I could. So, just for the record, it's our game and it can be anything we want it to.
Yes.
So who takes the belt?
That is definitely a thing I would like to throw my hat in the ring for.
Anyone else?
Hello, Theodore and Tinker. Hi.
What's Todd? Hi, Todd.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who that was. I'm just so used to responding to the chat. I do it instinctively now, even if it's not my stream.
Thank you. Keep it up.
Hey, Todd.
I guess I will.
Yes.
Throw my hat into the ring.
Okay.
He's got a hat, literally.
Just because I want to lord it over Dolly if I get it, but.
So the roll a d20.
Okay.
No, fight for it.
No,
we could do that.
No,
I don't want to do that.
I was like, sure.
Yes.
If we have to fight for it, I pass.
No. We just roll.
You roll a d20. Let's see what happens.
I got an 11.
I got a 5.
Oh.
All right. Greg gets
There we
the
go.
dwarf belt of dwarven kind.
So what race do you changeling? You don't have dark vision normally, right?
I actually have Devil's Sight, so you can take the belt if you wanted. I mainly just wanted to make the Dolly joke.
Oh. Well, we can say that you had it first.
Okay, yeah.
There you go.
We have to tell her that I was going to offer it to her, but then she was asleep, so I gave it to Otmar instead.
Everybody looked, nobody could find it.
I really
He's hiding.
I just mainly want to mess with Dolly.
Well, that is very exciting. Okay.
All right. So while the priest
an
is
extra couple
putting
of
some
Constitution
weird
points is good for you.
drops. That's right. While the priest is putting some weird drops into Master Falt's eyes as he's struggling, kind of. What's everyone else doing? Do you want to talk to anyone? Do you want to do anything? What do we want to do?
I think Ashanis will be very, very interested in what they're doing to Master Fault, and like his doctor background will make him want to watch this and try to figure out, if he can replicate this himself in case we ever need it again.
Yeah, we seem to run into these mushrooms quite a lot, so it might be handy to know what it is.
So that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So he's putting drops in, and he's not saying anything. So you don't know. It doesn't seem to be any magic that he's pulling up. It's something in the drops themselves. But if you notice, if you look carefully, you also see that Master Fault is not changing at all, even though he's putting the drops in.
Oh. Still a jerk, huh? Well, drops won't fix that.
Oh, hello, Dr. Fishman. How are you?
All right. Well, then first I'm going to ask this physician's name. Like, hi, I used to be a doctor. I'm interested in what you're doing. This doesn't actually seem to be helping.
Oh, it helps if you just wait an hour and then they get all better.
What is in this that you're putting into my associate?
Oh, I don't know. It's some kind of special drops that we got for Bobby sold them to us. So we got them from Bobby, and they were great. Yeah, they're great. They calm them all down, and in about an hour, they're all better.
Oh.
And in about an hour, they owe $1,000. It's amazing.
Well, they owe us a lot of money because we won that bet.
All right. Well, thank you, Doctor. I'll pass this information on to Valtrex, hoping that she can then, talk to her people and maybe get us some of these drops. But they're not working, so who cares, I guess.
It worked, man. In an hour, these guys are perfect.
Well, we'll check on...
it's not preventative, though. If they go back in the mines, they go down the wrong tunnel, they get it again.
So... it's not preventative, and in an hour they're fine, like how, it happens when you are not drunk anymore, right?
Yeah, that seems like I'm speaking out of character now because
you can't talk.
And I would
And you-
like to point out that the normal duration for this kind of poisoning is 1 minute. So if you take these drops, they will extend that by 60 times. So I definitely do not wish to take those drops.
I better not be
Womp
addicted to these
womp.
things, is all I'm saying.
I need my drops, man. Gotta have my drops.
It's funny when the DM has no idea what she's doing. I thought it lasted an hour. That's why I was doing
It does. It lasts an hour because you say it lasts an hour. That overrules Oddbar
this
slash
week
Kevin.
overrules last week.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every time.
That is the way it works.
But Onmar got to my point. The whole point was obviously the drops don't do a darn thing because the stuff wears off anyways.
Got it.
Oh, so it's just water.
No, it's not water. Look, it's a color.
Wait, let me ask you a question here, Dr. Dwarf.
You know I'm a priest, right?
Sure. Anyway, are you paying for these drops?
Oh, unfortunately, we do have to pay for them, but Bobby's given us a great discount. He
Oh,
wouldn't give
yeah.
it to anyone
Oh,
else.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'm sure it's a sweet deal.
Great
Yeah, they're
idea.
taking a big loss on those. Okay, thank you.
See the giggling? I can't play poker either. Okay.
Mhm, mhm.
We need to sell these people some things.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I've got a bridge and Waterdeep will sell them.
Do we still
I
have
feel
the
like-
Bane of the South?
Yeah. Give Valtrex a couple hours and we'll own this place.
Yes, so Ishanas, you can sell them bandages, and I will punch them all in the face, and then
Then
they
they'll
will
need
need to
them.
buy your bandages.
Right.
The priest is watching I'll have this conversation, and he's like, I think the mayor wanted to see you guys when you left the tunnel. Thank you for all of your help. Master Fault, I'm sure you'll be fine. You can definitely follow the rest of them. Just
Oh,
follow the
yeah.
pretty lights.
That's a good doctor. Release the patient before he's even cured yet. That's excellent.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
All right.
You've been
Oh,
here for an
I-
hour. You leave now.
But soon we will be back, and we will want to find out more about the dragon that attacked your family,
Oh,
so that we can go take care of that for you too.
really?
Wait, was this
that
Battle
would be
Axe we were
wonderful.
talking to?
Yeah, this was,
Oh.
this was-
I'm
Freak
sorry. I was being rude to Battle Axe.
I was like, you know I'm a priest, right? You still didn't get it.
he's like, yeah,
Oh.
sure, that's great.
I guess I'm staying in character. I don't know.
I say it works for Shadows, though. It was
Right.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cranky
All right.
jerk.
Van-
All right.
Vandalia stops Ishanis before he quite leaves the door. And she turns him around and she looks right at him. And she goes, I should probably stay with our daughter. Unless you want me to go with you.
Coffee, huh? I probably should stay with my patients, but I will come back to check on you. I'll be
Okay.
back soon. Keep an
All
eye on Vaughn Ashan,
Yeah, that's it. You got it.
our daughter. Okay.
She reaches up and kisses you on the cheek and then turns around quickly and goes off
All right.
to the daughter.
Shauna turns a deeper shade of blue.
Yes, after we leave, I will elbow Ishanas a little in the shoulder and say, hey, you know, it's almost like you have something to live for now.
Yeah, thanks for rubbing it in, and I'll walk away faster.
Yeah, you know, that makes me think of something. I'm going to go back to talk to Battle Axe for just a moment.
Okay.
And if he has the time,
Oh, Admar, I thought you were going with everyone else. Is there anything I can help you with?
I will catch up to them. I have a question for you.
Of course.
Shanis, our friend, is suffering from some type of terrible disease, and he believes that it is too late for him, that he cannot be healed. But I don't believe that to be the case, but I'm not really sure what we can do for him. So I thought that I would ask a healer where I might look for help.
Do you know what disease he has?
I don't think he has ever told me. If I can find out though and come back if you think it makes a difference.
Well, I can tell you if it's an incurable, he's a cleric, right? So I'm going to guess he probably knows whether it's curable or not.
Well, he's not a very good cleric.
I mean, I can't deny that.
He did seem a little scatterbrained. You know what? If you find out what it is, let me know.
About that.
But I will
That
tell
seems
you.
uncalled for.
After the way you've treated the poor priest battle axe, I think it's called for.
I think it is.
And he was like, well, maybe whatever he has affects his brain. Maybe that's what it is. If you can find out what it is, or if you bring him back, we can, examine him and give you an opinion. But I will tell you that the best cure we always find is just to pray.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll mention that to him. But yes, if I find out what it is, I will come back and ask you.
Excellent. All right. Thank you. Well, good luck. I didn't know this about Ishanis.
Okay. So goodbye later. And then I will run and catch up with the rest of the group.
As he runs away, a couple of the beds bounce a little bit on his way out the door. All right. As y'all make it outside, the mayor comes and skids to a halt right in front of you. And it's Mayor Peterson. Mayor Peterson is like, oh my gosh, you're back. Oh, thank God. I didn't know what was happening out there. What did you find? What did you see? What's going on in the caves?
Lots of colors.
I see he has whatever the dwarves get when they go in there. Does that mean you didn't find a solution?
We saluted your solution. Don't worry.
The solution has been saluted.
We found Rylan, and I don't think he will be causing you any more trouble.
Rylan. Isn't that's Bobby's friend, right? Rylan?
Ryland isn't really anyone's friend.
Now he's not really
because
anyone.
they hang out a lot. If it's the Rylan I'm thinking of, maybe it's a different
bet if you ask Bobby now, he will say he was never his friend.
Oh, I would love to ask Bobby, but he had to run off on a mission with all the shaking. He had to go to the other side of the island to go check on the other cave entrance. So he took off that way. So I'm not sure. So I really can't ask him.
How surprising.
Yeah, the one around back, the one that we're actually not supposed to go to. We tell the citizens not to go to because it's actually not safe. There's been some stuff coming out of there. But Bobby says he's got it under control, so he went out there.
Unlike the one they have been going into that's safe. That's so safe that we had to go clean it out.
It's just a few illnesses and they were okay in an hour, right? It just slowed stuff down. And we were a very busy port city and we're trying to build. So it'd be really nice to not, to have an actual house instead of this ramshackle nonsense I'm dealing with. So they keep going in there.
Does this sound legitimate to you?
No.
Who's in charge when Bobby isn't here?
Well, Bobby's not in charge. I'm in charge.
Oh.
Huh. That doesn't sound like Bobby.
But I do like that you go up. I like that you go up to the mayor and say, "Who's in charge when the criminal isn't here?"
This is that 16 charisma, man. Now I feel like I can say anything and it's gonna work.
It's like you're talking to the mayor from Jaws.
Oh, that guy.
The
Now I
beaches
can
are
see
open.
him. He's got that awful jacket on. Remember the jacket that guy had on?
Yes, so he's like, no, I mean, he's on the other side, so I'm not sure. But I guess I will go talk to the priest and find out what's up with this illness and see what we can do about it and get this production back in line. We've got orders to fulfill. I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Mayor, if you
Yes?
could for a moment.
Yes.
How do we get to this other entrance that's very dangerous?
I mean, you have a ship, right? I suppose you
Yeah,
could just
you have
go
like a
around, but
map
I
or
don't
something?
recommend it.
Okay.
I don't. You really
That's
shouldn't.
good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, okay.
But how do we get there if we decided to go there anyway? Is it clearly marked? If we got on our ship and just went around to the other side of the island, would we see it?
Maybe. I've never actually seen it myself, but I have heard that there's like some dark smoke that comes out of it. So I would guess you could probably follow the smoke to it.
It sounds very dragony.
Dark smoke, huh?
Dragony?
that would
There
be
better not
good.
be a dragon.
Well,
It
there already
sounds
was
like
one, right?
hag farts.
It sounds like
That could be.
Hagfarts.
Yeah, actually, I think you're right.
But anyways, that's where Bobby went. Maybe he went to go see Rylan.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think
Wait.
he's seeing Ryland. I think that's very unlikely.
Interesting. You are all interesting people. When are y'all leaving? Exactly.
Wow.
Ooh.
Just
I thought
curious.
I was the rude one.
I
Once
want to
we
make
get
sure that we
paid.
get you supplied so you can,
Yeah.
be on
We
your
were
way.
just thinking, how much is it worth to you to have everything cleaned up?
Cleaned up. We need it built up, not cleaned up.
We were talking
Well-
something is still dangerous. I mean, we solved one solution to the problem. So that surely isn't free, right?
But yeah,
Oh, you mean the other cave?
Paid?
Well, it's dangerous, but it doesn't cause any problems. So as long as we stay on this side, we're good.
Yeah, I think that might not be the case. I think you might find that the other side of that cave is causing you problems that you're not aware of yet.
Perhaps you should come with us to check it out.
Oh, no. This is where I stay. This is where I belong. I mean, the place would fall apart without me. So nope, I have to stay right here.
Were you voted in as mayor?
Well, yeah, I'm the mayor. People love me.
They voted for you.
Yes, that's how it works.
Okay.
They totally voted for me. Clear and free election.
If you
Hmm.
wanted to go with them and show them the
Kings?
cave, I could always take on your appearance while you were gone. I'm sure everything would be fine.
You can't even walk in a straight line right now. I'm not sure that's a good idea.
I'll just tell them that the mayor's been drinking. It's all good.
I walk in a straight line when I'm drinking. I can hold my drink. Thank you very much. All right.
Just an offer.
Who did we bet that we were going to survive? Who was that bet with? Bobby?
Yes. Yep. Bobby
Oh,
took all the
well,
bets.
then we definitely need to find Bobby.
Yeah, that's
We
what
want
I'm
our
saying.
money.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So while y'all are debating and the mayor is trying to creep away from you, you hear that like whistling sound that's like, the farting of Helm, and you hear whoop, right out of the sky, you have the big shiny thing and it lands bam, right there in the free spot, and all the dwarves go and they all look up.
Is it
And Helm? It is Helm. It is Helm. Shiny Helm. He's all there. He's all shiny, and it's funny because it's almost like he has a glow about him, and when everything else is like dark and dreary. And we thought it was sunlight that was reflecting off metal. Apparently, he just brings the glow with him. So he's down there, and he's all glowy and shiny, and he's smiling this huge smile, and he's looking down at all of you, and he's like, "You have done so well. You've done so well that I want to gift you the treasure chest." And the mayor looks up and goes, but wasn't that for... No. Of course. Yeah. Whatever you say. And then he goes and he pats to his servant who goes off and brings you a big old chest and puts it down in front of you. And Helmut's like, "That is for you, for solving the problem of the cave and closing that entrance. That was very wise of you. I didn't even know you knew how to do that."
We didn't even
Yeah.
know we did it.
We
Sure.
totally knew how to do it. We know how to do a
Absolutely.
lot of stuff.
Yeah,
So-
we're very useful people.
Very
So
impressive.
Helm, you've appeared to the mayor before here?
I have much interest in this island. It has much potential. It shall be a place of great learning or a place of great battle. It is yet to be determined.
I am thinking at helm. Can you hear me? I'm not saying it out loud.
Helm reaches down and pets you on the top of the head like you would a child.
Yes, I don't move. Can you hear me?
Can Helm hear you? I don't know if
Yes.
Helm can hear
Can
you
you
or not.
hear my thoughts?
I don't know. I don't know all of Helm's things. I'm
It's
gonna
up to
say
you.
I'm gonna
He's
say
a
no.
god.
I'm gonna say no, because you don't worship him. So I'm gonna say he cannot hear your thoughts unless he really wanted to. But he likes you guys working as a group and doing things. For him, it's fun to
And I
pretend
point
that.
to my head.
Mhm.
Listen to me. In my thoughts.
All right. So he's like, all right, you're very fascinating here. What are you trying to tell me? All right. So
I wish to bargain with you.
you wish to bargain with me. So now he's not talking out loud, he's talking in your head too. So for all of the rest of you, you just see this huge Admar and this even huger god just staring at each other.
This is a staring contest, is all this is.
We're just staring at each other. And the mayor is creeping backwards just slowly. You want to bargain with me? Interesting. What are you looking for?
You cured Vanashan.
I did. She earned it. Actually, her mother earned it, but yes.
Is it within your ability to cure Ishanas?
To cure? Oh, yeah, that's a simple thing. It's no problem at all. But why are you asking? He's already accepted his fate. It's not the same as it was with the daughter.
I do not ask on his behalf. I ask on mine. I will offer to you my service, given willingly, in all things that you would have me do, in exchange for Ishanas' life.
So there's some honor in there after all, isn't there? Look at that. It's very interesting.
Fuck yourself.
I must reward and ignore that part, but I would like to reward such behavior. I tell you what, if you successfully finish this mission, with the group, of course, but if you do it on your own, I don't care. If you successfully finish this mission, which I think everyone has earned enough to know about, then I will cure your friend. If
I would only ask that you not tell him of my part in it.
well, we'll see what you're allowed to ask me. What I will say, though, is I will not cure him if he doesn't want it. He's also
That is
earning
fair.
here.
That is fair.
I will not cure him if he doesn't want it, but if he does, we've got a deal.
Very
Yep.
good.
All right. So suddenly there's like a pop in the air, like something changed. And so the Helm blinks and he goes, interesting.
Yes, that's
interesting.
right. He blinks first.
He did. He blinked first. He's man enough. He doesn't care. He has nothing to prove. All right. So he looks around at all y'all and he turns and he sees, he's like, huh, look who showed up. We could probably use her tent for what we need. I think y'all have earned it. You know what? I'm going to share with you. And he snaps. And the five of you and Dolly in the bag and Helm all pop into that tent. Remember the weird tent that had Cerna in it? So you pop into Cerna's
Crazy
tent.
lady yurt.
The crazy lady yurt. So you pop into the tent. When you pop in, Cerna's like, "What you cannot come." Oh, Helm. And Helm was like, "Cerna, so do you leave this tent yet?" And by the way, Helm is now the same size as Admar. He's just 1 inch taller. Okay, so maybe he's a little bit
This
insecure.
is the one who has nothing to prove.
That's right. Sorry,
Right.
just a little insecure.
Right. I like the idea that he was the same height and then made himself 1 inch taller.
Well, that's what happened. It's totally what happened. So he's like, "Ha, Serna, can you leave this tent yet?" Well, I could. I mean, I could just walk out, except that what are you doing in here, Helm? Oh, well, I thought we would just borrow your convenient little location here to share some details. Fine, I'll be over here reading. And she sits in the corner and she's tapping her foot aggressively, and you can tell she is not happy that y'all are back in her place, or at least that Helm is back in the place. You're not sure what exactly she's not happy about. And but she's minding her own business over in the corner. And Helm says, "Oh, look, she has tea laid out. Are y'all hungry? I am peckish. I have not had biscuits in years."
Master Fault is just pulling random books off shelves and looking at them, and then like putting them on the floor.
All right, roll. What do you have to roll when you're trying to do something and someone not notice? It's like
Sleight of
sneak,
hand.
but is there sleight of hand?
Stealth or sleight of hand, yes.
Yeah.
For this would be
let's-
sleight of hand. He's right.
Sleight of hand. Ooh, 7.
All right. As you pull one book out and you set it on the ground, there's just a little thump. And Serna looks up from her book. She looks at you and she claps her hands, or she claps the book closed. She claps the book closed, and all the books that you're rearranging go back on the shelf. And all of the items on the thing, remember how it kept changing? That changes to weapons all the way around. So all kinds of different swords and shields and all kinds of things.
Start pulling down weapons. No. And I just sort of wave like,
Oh, look at that one.
Has it been an hour yet?
I don't think
I
so.
don't know. Master Fault's just pretending he enjoys it. Okay.
I'll be high until I'm told I'm not high anymore. So
I think he likes it. He's going to be looking for those mushrooms all the time. Now you know why people take them. Anyways, so he's they're all sitting around, or Helm sits down at the table and starts like eating cookies. What's everyone else do?
Helm is eating
I mean,
cookies.
I guess sit down and have some tea.
I'm gonna sit down and just look at Helm with annoyance.
Master Fault, roll stealth again.
oh, that one was better.
Oh,
18.
Ooh.
all right. So you were able to take a small dagger off of the thing
Ooh,
without
fun.
Serna noticing. All right.
Yes, we'll. I will listen to the conversation as I'm looking at all the weapons and seeing what she's got, and if I find something really nice, then I'll ask Helm if he thinks Serna really needs this, or.
Fair. All right. So Helm is like, all right, you have all. And Captain Wyvern starts. She's like, oh, great, Helm. We are so humbled to be in your presence. We are so proud that we have served you. At least I'm so proud that we have served you well. I do want to say that thank you for this chance, and it felt better than I could imagine when I was actually able to heal. So thank you.
I know. Wow.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. So you were going to tell us what this mission actually is, what we're actually doing? And Helm pats Captain Wyvern on the hand, and he's like, "You've always been one of my favorites, Wyvern. I'm glad you're finally coming back around." He starts to tell you, he's like, the Demigorgon. Y'all have already figured that part out. What are you trying to perceive, Zafin?
Sorry, I was messing with I was pushing buttons.
Okay, I just want to make sure there wasn't something you wanted to do. He's like, the Demigorgon that you've already figured out. He's trying to win his freedom from the Underdark. So I have him chained where he is supposed to be. He has earned his place in the Underdark, but he's decided he wants to go up. He is a demigod, and he's decided he wants full god status. So the other gods, there's a process that we go through to determine whether he can do it or not. And one of the things that he has to do is have a realm of loyal followers who are willing to sacrifice and challenge other gods for him. So that's what he's been trying to do. We are not allowed to interfere directly, but we also have our own followers, and we are allowed to do as we wish. I remember the first time the Demogorgon was loose in this world with my people, and I don't want him up here. He's where he belongs. So when I was very, very grateful to find you, and there are a few others out there as well, who are out doing what they need to do. He is trying, the Demogorgon has got his followers to try to convert this part of Faerun into a territory that he can live in, that his minions can live in. So they're trying to bring part of the Underdark to the surface. So, let's see, what else did I write? Let's see, he's been converting the surrounding area so that the Underdark can come forth. On the other side of the island, Ruithim, where that cave is, that tunnel actually goes straight to the Upper Dark. So he's been trading with the people in the Upper Dark. He's got his followers. He's not been up here to trade with the Upper Dark so that they can get supplies back and forth in order to have enough, gold in order to really support his war effort. And I don't think I even need to tell you how horrible this would be if this Demogorgon comes up here. But if he earns the right, I have no power over it. All the other gods, we've all decided this is how it works.
Did somebody check his forms and make sure he signed and initialed in all the right boxes? And oh, wait, sorry.
Excuse me, Helm.
Mhm.
So this Gordon,
Close enough.
is there a time limit that he has to achieve this goal?
He does.
Like
It
if-
was 1 year. And
Starting-
he's already been at it for 5 months.
Okay, so you don't necessarily have to stop him. You just have to stall him long enough.
Yes, I
Okay.
suppose. But stopping him is much more satisfying.
And you think we're your followers who are helping, despite the fact that you coerced and blackmailed us into doing this.
Well, you were all part of Captain Wyvern's crew, and Captain Wyvern is my follower. So it just went to reason.
I'm not
Follower
crew.
by association, I guess.
Okay, all of you were not crew. Looks at Master Fault and the bag.
The bag.
The bag which Master Fault has started poking.
I mean, I'm also not a follower, and I'm definitely not interested. But unless it's like for money.
I mean,
Or
we
a
have
cloak.
made a good amount of money so far, if you look at it that way.
Not enough to
Okay.
go up against a Demogorgon. So I'm gonna need
That's just a guy
more.
named Gordon. It's not that bad.
I'm gonna need
And not even the whole guy named
It's
Gordon.
just the demigorgon.
part
Gordon.
of-
It's just half of him.
It's a reduced Gorgon.
Right. It's like a
Right.
tiny Gordon Ramsay just yelling at everyone.
And if he does not become a god, how long is it before he can fill out the forms again and try again?
Well, that depends on all of the gods agreeing. So I'd say probably never. The fact that they did this time is kind of a miracle in its own.
Hmm.
Serna is huffing in the corner. She's like,
So I guess the decision is: do we treat the symptom or do we treat the disease?
Are you calling-
Depends
are you
on
calling
what's
the-
in our capabilities.
I think we're gonna have to grind more if we're gonna take on
Got to grind more XP.
disease.
We need to rep grind. We need to get more rep
Absolutely.
with the dwarves before we can do anything.
Yep.
We've got the
I
belt.
mean, we're gonna have to
We
get a
don't-
few levels before we go take
Right.
on, the Pantheon.
Master Fault points at Cerna. Is she a god? He's still very socially not graceful right now.
Serna? Yeah, Serna is a demigod. Serna, did you not introduce yourself? She closes her book again and she goes, I did. They just didn't listen.
That's fair.
Yeah.
we did.
In my
Definitely true.
defense, I'm hardly ever listening. So Okay, well, thanks for stopping by, Helm. Are we going to check this treasure chest out or what?
I think.
I
we
mean,
should.
if you're gonna like recruit us into it, shouldn't we get some like toys and special things to do these things? I mean, can we get like, I don't know, a wolf I can ride, or
Vial of Galadriel. Come on.
yeah.
All right, Helm laughs and just like spits cookie crumbs all over because he's like, you know what? Fair, right? You want something else for it? Okay, I get it. I tell you what. Each step along the way, I will come visit you and reward you. You know, like I have since the beginning of this quest. You're just gonna have to trust that I will reward you. That's what we gods do. You do what we ask, and we reward you.
Is Bobby a worshiper of the Demogorgon?
Yeah, Bobby is not a good guy. I don't know if I would call him a worshiper. He's kind of worse than Val over here about payment. And so far the Demogorgon has been paying more. And he has some kind of relationship with Ryland, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Ryland, however, is a true believer.
I think we need to go thump Bobby.
Is Ryland still alive?
Oh, yeah, Ryland's alive.
What?
We dropped a
He got
cave on his
pulled in.
head.
He got pulled in by one of the Darrow that you didn't kill. You let them go, which I respect, but maybe in hindsight was not a good idea. And one of the Darrow dragged Ryland back.
I hate that guy so much.
So Master Fault just briefly looks he looks a combination of angry but also a little bit relieved. Skosh relieved. He's sobering up.
He's starting to get it. Helm's like, all right, well, Serna, they're your guests, and I'm going to go. Oh, I do want to drop a line that, do you remember Lurch? Y'all had some interesting interactions with him in the Sea Elf City. Yeah, his daughter is kind of in dire straits. Just thought I'd let you know. I'm going to leave now. And he
More
takes
dire than the cave?
I would recommend immediate rescue.
Yes. Okay.
Again, per the rules, I can't do it myself.
Yeah. Hands are tied. Must be tough
Hands
to
are
be a
tied.
god who can't do anything.
It is when you're not the only god.
Yeah.
I love
I
that
gotta
Oddmars
go. All right, he takes off.
Oof.
And now I am the tallest one in the room.
Right.
And Serna jumps up off of her chair and goes, "Take them with you!" Oh,
Yeah, don't we have a treasure chest back at the mayor's house, and now we got to hike our butt all the way across town to go get that?
I have a feeling the mayor might have absconded. He was acting very shady before.
the town's not that big. You don't have to go that far. Serna's like, "Yeah, no, you can leave now, unless of course you found any of my books. Did you find any of my books?"
No, but I have a double armful of short swords.
I was looking for them, but then you made me stop.
Put those back. What are you?
We are all on the same team here. We want the same
I
things.
am not on his team. I could care less who's coming. It's very safe in this tent, usually, when Helm doesn't come and interrupt what I'm doing.
Anyone could walk right in that tent flap, as we proved.
Most people can't see the tent flap. You probably can because you were involved with Helm. Now I understand it. At least I get it now.
I bet a Demogorgon can see your tent flap.
The Demogorgon is
That's a good
safe in
point.
the Underdark. He's
Be
not
ashamed if
coming
you
out.
found out where you were.
Oh! Look, you find my books, we can talk. Until then, you get none of that.
Okay. I will bring them back when I come back. So yes, that's right. We have to find your books, which we will do right after we go and check out the cave, which we will do right after we go and save Lurch's daughter. Thank you very much for the swords, and we leave.
But before we do Lurch's daughter, we got to go get the treasure chest.
Oh,
You're
that's
gonna-
right.
Wait,
Because we
you're
got
gonna
to do this
Lurch's
without
daughter?
Dolly.
All right.
Oh, and we have to stop at that one place for a sandwich, which is very good. And and then we will go.
And is there a Buc-ee's on the way? Because if there's a Buc-ee's,
Yes.
I mean, you have to stop.
For
It
the
is a
fried
rule.
pecans.
It's a right of just living for us. It's not just a con thing. Nope, we must always be at the cons. All right, excellent. All right, so y'all are running away. Is that Helm? Sorry, I just saw the Twitch thing.
Yes.
Is that Helm Zafin? I'm impressed. He's very cute. I like him. All right, so Helm is gone. Y'all are leaving.
Clouds behind him.
That's great. Yeah, I like that.
They're all fart clouds. Helm thinks that's hilarious, by the way. All right. Now, so what are y'all gonna do? You gonna go stop and have a sandwich?
Can we say
go
what's in
to
the
the
chest?
mayor's?
Yes.
Yeah, chest, man.
All right. So you go to the mayor's, and he's not there right now, but service remember you from the other night. They're still cleaning up a few of the stuff that fell over, because it really did not take you that long to finish that battle. So they're cleaning up some stuff. They're like, "Oh, we have plenty of food. Please, come in, come." And so you come in, and there's food laying on the table again, just like last time. They're bringing some stuff out, and then the chest. So the chest is sitting on the bench that Ishana sat on when he had the staff of healing, when he was alone with his staff. So if the chest is right there, if anyone wants to open it.
Yeah, let's definitely open it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Just rip it open.
All right. So you rip. There's no. You just opened it. It's from Helm. It's safe. It has 450 gold gems in it. If you want to know exactly which ones, I can tell you. There are 3 level 1 scrolls. One is Speak with Animals. That's good for Bard, Druid, or Ranger. One is Sleep. That's good for Bard, Sorcerer, or Wizard. And one is Create or Destroy Water, which is good for Cleric and Druid. And then there's also a Potion of Healing. So you should also have 2 potions of healings. So if your DM ever comes up with a battle where you're actually going to need some healing, you should have plenty of stuff.
What was that third scroll?
Create or Destroy Water, which can be used for a Cleric or a Druid.
Okay.
I do not need Speaks with Animals because I can already do that.
Yes, but it's a spell, because like we talked about before, if you get the scroll, you can still use it, and it doesn't take up a spell slot. So you can use it and still have the spell slot. That's the benefit to these scrolls. That's why I looked it up too. I'm like, what's with these scrolls? What's going on here? And they come in all different levels. It's just for what the battle that you did and what it is, this is what the levels were. And my random rolls, which I 100% did.
Is Speak with Animals something you usually keep on your memorized list?
Yep.
Then it should probably go to someone who does not typically memorize it.
Isn't
So
it
it'd probably
Bard?
just be Zafin, because Bard,
Bard
Bard's one of
usable,
them.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Do you want it, Zafin? So write that down. You got that one. Speak with Animals. And then we have Sleep and Create or Destroy Water. I think Create or Destroy Water is going to be either Jess, it's going to be either Val or Ishana's.
I would rather see Val have it.
Okay. So
Yeah,
Val,
I'll
you have
take it.
Create or Destroy Water. And then Sleep is Bard, Sorcerer, or Wizard.
I guess that's Dolly.
Master Fault.
Or
Or
We
Dolly.
can save that for Dolly.
Or Zafin. I'm fine with Dolly having it if y'all are.
Yeah, I
I'll
mean,
ta-
Zafin already got something.
I'll take it, but I'll make her get it from me. I'll let her steal it, and she'll think she's like, getting one over on me, and she'll be very happy.
All right, very cool.
You said it's a first level?
Yes, first level. Speak with Animals.
Okay, and so let's see, that's 200.
I don't know how to add that.
Is it just under an items or something?
Well, spell scroll first level is, but I don't know how to make it be
Specific.
I have no idea. Do you know how to do that, Petway?
What?
Do you know how to make this spell scroll level 1 specific in D&D Beyond?
Oh, in the inventory?
Mm-hmm.
I've never done that before.
It looks like the
Scroll.
Oh, I think you do
So
it
you
in
can-
customize, right?
Yes,
can
if
add whatever you want.
manage inventory and you click on scroll under filter by type,
Mhm.
the second one is spell scroll first level. It does not say what it is, but you can add that in later.
Okay. That'll work.
And if nobody cares, I will buy the gems out of my personal gold, and then everybody would get 33 gold and 3 silver and 3 copper.
Oddmar, why do you need to sell us the gems? Why don't you just take them?
Because I want the gems more than the gold, and I don't want to short anybody gold.
He's been sharing the whole time. That's part of what Oddmar does.
All right.
Yeah. I
Plus, he
don't
could always
have,
sell the gems and get the money if he wants, right? So it'll even out.
Right. And yes, there's yes, gems are good for me.
Not really. You shouldn't eat them. They're not good for you.
They are very tasty.
Says the doctor. What does he know? All right.
Gems are not candy. Don't eat them.
But they're shiny and pretty. All right. Captain Wyvern grabs a basket from the kitchen and fills it with some supplies. She's like, I'm going to feed the crew that is still on the ship, and we're going to get ready to sail. I'm assuming we are all in this together now after everything we've heard, yes?
Let's do the thing.
All right, so y'all take your time. We'll make sure that the ship is ready when y'all are ready. And so she leaves. Goes back to the ship.
Yes, we need to go immediately.
According to Helm.
Well, we already knew we needed to go fast.
True.
How long is it going to take to get to where Lurch's daughter is? Zafin?
One long rest away.
One long rest away. One day.
Excellent. That's good. That's convenient. All right. I guess anchors away then. Are Vanashan and Vidania still ashore?
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're heading out, so if y'all are gonna head out, then Vandalia and Vanashan run out. So they run out. They're like, wait, are you leaving?
We are just gonna go on a little side mission. It does look like it could be dangerous. Both of you need to decide whether you want to be part of that or not.
Oh, we're going with you. That's
Okay.
Vandalia. She didn't even hesitate. We're going with you. And
Okay.
Vanashan is like, I'm really enjoying the cleric duties. I think I want to learn.
Okay, great. Come on then. It'll be a family outing.
So first, you have to get a plank and a robe, and you walk down the street chanting, and every so often you smack yourself with it.
Smack yourself in the head, yeah.
Those are monks, not clerics.
Right. All
All
right,
right.
so I guess
So we should
everybody's
go.
leaving.
Yeah.
Let's
go.
forget. We could forget Dolly at the pier. Whoops! There's something
Do
we're
we-
not remembering here.
Do we need any other supplies before we go? Are we
Yeah, we
good
should.
or?
I think no. And once you get the long rest, you can heal what you need to heal.
Okay.
If our healers that we have in the group, if you want to heal people before the long rest, I don't know where anyone is. So if you just say where you are.
Is anyone
Uh,
hurting?
32 out of 38, so 6 down for me.
So- Might as well
Same.
heal. You're about to go out, assuming there's going to be a battle there of some sort.
Is it going to take us more than a day to get there?
No, it'll take you 1 day, so you're going to have a long rest, but you're only
Then
going to have one long
doesn't
rest.
matter.
Yeah, then she's healed anyway, right?
Yeah, that's all we need.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were only healed like 2D something.
No, with a short rest, you have to roll dice. But with a long rest, you go up to maximum.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. So everyone should be able to put theirs back to maximum. I think I have to do that with Captain Wyvern. 'Cause I think she was down. She was. All right. 39. All right.
Mm.
All right, so we're all good?
Oh, I see what that's doing.
Yep.
All right. So as y'all head out, I'm just going to skip ahead. Let's just skip ahead. So we'll go to
Skip a bit, brother.
roll 20. Yeah, everyone isn't logged into roll 20 either. So you might want to go ahead and roll into 120. I didn't think we would get this far, but Helm explained everything and y'all are good. So I like it. So if we just go to roll 20, and actually I'm hydrating because I'm sick and it's a very bad idea. So I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yes,
I don't-
I would say let's not push Kelly's voice any farther than we need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're at a good spot.
Yeah. Because I don't want her to have to like improvise a combat situation and
yeah,
everything as well.
Yeah. Plus, we're down Dolly.
We're down Dolly.
Right.
And we got started on the early side for us. We
Yeah.
didn't have
We
as much
did.
wood,
Did.
so we can, yeah.
We were
That's up
on
to
the
her.
ball
I'm
today.
just throwing it out there.
The downside, I will say, which it's not terribly much of a downside, but next week is Freedom Day. Next Monday is Freedom Day.
Okay. Yeah. Are we not going next Monday? Okay.
I don't think so.
Kelly, you're not back yet. Now you're back. So we were just talking about, it's completely your decision. We don't want to overstress your voice or your need to improv if we have moved faster than you had thought. Plus, Dolly's not here. But it's up to you.
Darn it, that's a good point. I did
It's
have
up
the
to
battle
you.
planned, actually, which is why
Okay.
I'm actually comfortable. But with Dolly not here, that might be a little harder.
It's your call. Well, apparently, I guess we're off next week. So
Are we off next
because
week?
of
Freedom
Freedom
Day.
Is it July 4th already?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. See, time flies when you play video games all weekend. All right. Well, if we have next week off, then maybe we should wait. And here's why, because I'm really trying to kill you guys. I mean, challenge you. So, like, this is a big fight. So I
It's gonna be
figured
like-
even if we
Yeah.
started it, it'd be no big deal because we'll finish it next week. But if we're going to miss next week,
Yeah. Could be like 100 cave trolls or something.
no, that's the week after. No, so we should probably wait then. Mind you, if you kill everything in 10 minutes next week, I'm going to be very mad. I'm going to set another map up and I'm just going to bring cave trolls in. They're pretty tough. I did look at them.
Well, not to brag, but I have a new spell called Infestation where I can give everyone lice. So I'm really excited
Oh
about
wow.
Does it work underwater?
That sounds horrifying.
it. I mean, water lice.
I mean, crabs, right?
Yeah.
They immediately
Not those kind of crabs.
they appear and then immediately drown, but that's still pretty gross. So
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Magic
Awesome.
finds a way.
Yeah.
Well,
So
you know what
what
that means?
is-
So we're all on the ship, all right? So I'm not going to fast forward then. So we're just all going to be on the ship right now. So we're all on the ship. And Vandalia comes up and gets Ishanis alone.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Thought I was out. Thought I was
Guys,
out.
Stop! I was good
Thought
until
I had
I
a
started
clean
cheering.
getaway.
Considering the next scene of my book is a love scene. All right, let's practice. Ready? Okay.
Right.
So Vandalia comes up and it's dark out. It's light. She just can't quite sleep. And she goes up to the deck and she sees that Ishanis is there as well. Ishanis, what are you doing on the deck?
Okay.
Ishanis, you up?
Ha, ha, ha. So it's like the Love Boat thing with like the moon and the water and everything, you know.
exactly like that. Yeah,
Exactly
yeah.
right. So yeah, Ashanis is he'll just be at the stern looking at the luminescence that's being pulled up by the ship moving, which is something I used to do in the Navy. So
Me too.
real
I love
thing.
it. It makes me so happy.
yeah.
First time I saw that, I was in 8th grade on a Girl Scout trip, and I was like, "What is that?"
Yeah,
It was
it's
so
awesome.
fascinating.
And at
It is,
first,
it
when
really
you
is.
go outside, particularly on a darkened ship, you
Mhm.
can't see anything. But
Mhm.
eventually, your eyes adjust, and then you can see. You end up being able to see quite a bit. It's pretty
Yeah,
great.
I 100% agree. It's so cool. So Vandalia comes and she gets real close to you, and her hand slides on the railing just close to yours, and she's like, "It's beautiful, isn't it?"
It is, and it's beautiful to see you again and to meet Vanashan. And I didn't think any of this would happen. So thank you.
No, it's beyond my dreams. I thought I was going to lose her. I thought it was all over. I thought I was going to lose you and lose her. And instead, you're both here.
Yeah, this isn't how I thought it was going to go either. I'd kind of made my peace with it. It's funny, all these years I had all these things that I was going to say when I saw you, and now I'm not interested in saying any of them. I'm just happy you're here.
I'm happy to be here. You know, she's a lot like you.
I feel very bad for anyone who knows her, if that is true. But
Still so humble. You were always so humble.
well, look, what I told Vanashan about my illness is true. I don't know how much time I have. I don't think it's particularly long, but it's pretty great to spend it with you if you'd let me.
She puts her hand around behind your neck, and she gets really close, and she's like, "Then we shouldn't waste any time." And she leans forward to kiss you. What do you do?
I say we didn't last time, so there's no reason to waste time this time either, and I'll just go in and kiss.
Sweet.
And we fade to black. The music comes up. We push
Was
Dolly
Zathan
off
watching?
the side.
You creep, Zathan. He's
Yeah.
in there watching. He's like, "I shall play now."
Yes, so Othmar is on the deck, but he is not watching. He is, however, waiting to murder anyone who gets in their way.
I just want you to know they're a lot quieter than Oddmar was the other day in his cabin. Or the kitchen, wherever the heck it was he was.
Yeah.
His cabin is in the kitchen.
Oh, there you go.
So I guess
that makes it extra disturbing.
I should have had a
Probably
whole
being-
black scene set up, and then just hit the fade to black.
Yeah. I mean, probably being completely unaware that Oddmar is there, Ashanis will probably lead her down to his cabin or her cabin, one or the other, and be careful because he's an old guy. But we'll fade to black.
I mean, is anyone a good animator? We could animate.
We don't need to animate that though.
Yeah, we do. It'd be awesome. Who's doing it?
With like a flip book, maybe. Stick figures.
That's awesome.
So Spikette, you did not really get a sex scene, but you did get some mushy dialogue improvised by Kelly and myself, and I think that was halfway decent.
You guys, did a
And
good
it's
job.
okay, because when the poem gets written, there will be a sex scene.
That's great, fantastic.
Hey, I think for our first romantic get together on this campaign, I think we did pretty good.
No one would have had Ashanis in the which character gets lucky first pool. I really feel like he was the outlier in that one.
Dude, this is like on the Facts of Life. Do you know which Facts of Life character was the first one to do it?
Mrs. Garrett.
I mean, yeah, but that's
Oh, okay.
Well, she never stopped, so that's different. Yeah.
It's
Wait.
Natalie.
I was
Just
going to
so-
say, who is it? It's
I
Natalie.
was like, I don't
It's
know.
Natalie.
I don't remember. Have you seen the new Facts of Life? It's actually really good.
Natalie
No,
was
I
also the voice of Velma for Scooby-Doo cartoons for quite a while.
That's cool.
I don't know how I feel about a new Facts of Life.
It wasn't Facts of Life. I have the wrong one. Hold on. Same era TV show, but not Facts of Life that they redid.
One day at a time.
Yes, that's it. That's the one. Thank you. One Day at a Time. I actually really, really like the remake. It's really well done.
I never saw that, but I was quite a fan of the old One Day at a Time.
Yep.
Yeah. They did a really good job of honoring the feel of the original one, but modernizing it, right? Like it's much more modern. And it's got what's her name in it? Rita.
Rita Moreno, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's really, really good. I highly recommend it.
Are they gonna like redo Wonder Years or something?
They did.
They had
Oh,
to
they did.
stop because they fired Fred Savage.
Yeah, because
Oh.
turns out he's a
He's a
pinhead.
dick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
They're doing
What a
they did a new
show.
Fresh Prince too. They're like a Fresh Prince remake.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but that
And
one
yeah,
it
but
looks
Fresh
like
Prince
it's a
was
drama
like-
now, and it looks
It's-
really
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's a dark and gritty Fresh Prince remake
Right.
because
Yes.
of course it is.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
let's
and
face
it's-
it, though. That is what Fresh Prince would have been, right? Like,
As-
if that actual story happened, that's exactly what it would have been. But that was my favorite story because that's one that a fan made a trailer. And Will Smith was like, that's cool. And Will Smith actually called him and said, let's do it.
I
That,
hadn't heard that. That's cool.
that is
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that trailer was just fan art. That was a fan
Huh.
who did it. It's
Well, then the
coolest
Xena
thing.
people need to call me because
You're like, I've got like 7 trailers.
you have no idea how much material I have built up.
No, Xena, it was funny because last time I watched it, I couldn't believe how short it was. Like, it feels so big in my head. I can't believe it was, such a limited number of shows. It was shocking to
Xena?
me.
How many seasons?
It's
is
only
it?
like 3 seasons. It's really
No,
short.
no. It's like
no,
6 seasons.
that's not right.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
6
it was
seasons.
something like that. Is it 6?
I thought it was a whole lot of seasons.
It's 6.
Oh, no, I
I-
know what it was. That felt wrong to me. What felt wrong to me is that the musical number was early. When I thought the musical was way later. That's what it was.
Oh.
There's 2 musical episodes. I might have an encyclopedic knowledge of it. I really couldn't
I'm
say.
impressed. I'm impressed.
Was Carl Urban on Xena? He must have been.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he
He
played
was- he
several
did everything.
characters.
Yeah.
He was Cupid and Caesar. Is that right?
Yes, he played Caesar. Yep.
I mean, come on. Joxer's the best character, though.
He is Jackson.
That's Bruce Campbell, right?
No, it's
No.
Ted
No?
Raimi. It's
Ted
Joxer.
Raimi.
I
Um,
met him, and he is a sweetheart.
Autolycus. Autolycus
Yeah,
is Bruce.
Autolycus.
Wait,
is
Ted
Bruce
Raimi,
Campbell.
the guy who's in the Spider-Man movies, as
Yeah,
like
Sam Raimi's
JJ's
brother.
assistant. Oh, I love that guy.
Because Sam Raimi did a
Hoffman.
whole bunch of Xena,
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
right? So
Sam
he put his
Raimi-
brother in it.
Yeah, Rob Tappert and Sam Raimi were the creators of Xena. So
Yeah. I watched I was at a panel with Ted Raimi, and he was just I think the most entertaining panel I've ever been at. He
Hmm.
was really, really funny.
That's awesome.
That's
Because I
awesome.
adore him.
I got
he's
to meet
super
Bruce Camp-
sweet. To his credit, when I met him, I was wasted.
So you were at a convention. No, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, it was the same as the Barbara Hershey incident.
Oh,
Actually, the
yes.
same night.
Oh,
I
wow.
think I think you have to start calling that infamous.
That
Yeah,
was quite
yeah.
a night.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I got to
Awesome.
meet Bruce Campbell in college when I was in college.
What?
He came and did a talk, and it was hysterically funny because it was basically all about the sort of squirrely side of Hollywood and like how dumb it all is. And he would sit there and, because it was a college audience, and so you had some guys kind of like good-naturedly heckling him. And whenever one of them would land a good crack, he would pause what he was saying and pull out a little notebook and like write it down, like laughing to himself. and so afterwards, he did a signing,
Mhm.
and was just the nicest guy. And like the building we were in was actually closing, but there were still like a ton of people online. And he actually was talking with the staff and saying like, I want to stay open. I want to make sure everybody who wants a signature and wants to meet me gets a chance to meet me. We're just really just nice guy.
That's
Yeah, he
awesome.
always seems very like appreciative of everything that he
Yeah.
has.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you read
just-
his book?
Mm-mm.
No.
He's
I don't
got
think so.
Yeah, it's
Leading
sort of
with my chin,
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah.
really. It's a very good book. It's very entertaining. It's a real page turner, and it's 100% in his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he is very appreciative of all of the work that he has gotten. And
Yeah, and can confirm he is super nice. I've met him twice. He's super cool.
He's just
Yeah.
really
That's
nice
awesome.
guy. Yeah. Like it's always nice when an actor you like turns out to be, a really
Cool.
nice person.
Yeah, sometimes if I really like an actor's work, I don't want to know anything about them.
Yeah.
Right? Because
that
I'm like,
can
please don't ruin it. I really like this character. I don't want to know anything about you. I have trouble enough separating it already. So it's like, I don't want to know anything. Blah, 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 blah. It's harder now, though. You know
On
what I
the
mean?
other
Like,
hand,
it's
though,
everywhere.
there can be a guy like Henry Cavill where I'm like, okay, I kind of like the guy, the actor version of him, but the actual guy is like amazing. Like Henry
Yeah.
Cavill
Oh, yeah.
is like so great
Yeah.
as a
Oh, yeah.
person.
Yep.
I'm more a fan of him as a person than I am as an actor.
Did you see
Yeah.
the video of him putting together his computer for
Yes,
the first time?
it's, like,
it was
adorable.
awesome. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
And he's
I
such
loved it.
a like unabashed gamer in
Mhm.
that, like, how much he loves like Warhammer, and like he'll talk about the miniatures, and like it's just very, very real and genuine.
Yep, I like him too. We like the gamers. There's not enough of them. At least
Yeah.
not enough of them out, right?
Yeah, not enough that
Yeah.
look like that anyway.
Right. Yeah. We don't need too many who look like
Most
that.
of them look like this.
Oh my gosh. It's awesome. So the sharing, we should probably share, even though I like this better. We should just have a thing where we're just talking about shit we love. But let's share. We have important sharing things. So I think Dave should start us out. What do you got, Dave?
Well, the most exciting thing to talk about is the fact that our own Dolly, JD Astra, didn't just release a book last week, Jess Astra. She released a book about Dolly, and that is Monster
Exactly.
Haven. And that is the first of 3 books published by our bosses, Shadow Alley Press. And the next one is coming out, I think, in like 3 weeks. You'd think as the operations manager, I would know exactly when that's going to be. There is a audio as well. So if you're in Audible Plus, you can already listen to this. But this is available on paperback. It's available on ebook. It's available in audio, and it's wonderful. And it has all of Jess's voice in it. And Jess and I have talked about the fact that as she grew as an author, she I want to try to sound like this. I want to try to sound like that. And she feels like this is like this, and the one she has coming, Deathless Dungeoneers, are truly her and her voice. And so I'm super excited for her. She's one of my favorite people in the world. So I'm so happy to see this come out for her, and highly encourage everybody to go check it out.
It's awesome. I'm almost done with that one. So they're nice, short little things. So it's really
Yeah,
fun.
they're novellas. So it's nice little
so
bite
it's really
size.
nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's
Very cool.
And I guess
Monster Haven Book 1, Reluctant Dungeon.
Yep,
Mhm.
there's Reluctant
Okay.
Dungeon, Revenging Dungeon, and then Roaming Dungeon. The other 2 are available on pre-order right now.
Nice.
And
Oh,
and
okay.
it has a
We'll have to
cool,
do that.
very cool cover progression with the artist. I really like the work that the artist did here. And very cool progression of the covers as you see the dungeon that Dolly somewhat is kind of changing around her as she grows in power and has to deal with more problems.
So cool.
I
Love
got
the thing.
I got that one on pre-order, so I already have it. But I'm right in the middle of the 3rd Unwilling Souls right now. So as soon as I get done with that one, then she's next. It's really, really hard to keep up with all my favorite people's books.
Yeah.
Much less like I used to have my favorite authors. Now I just have my favorite people.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, that's right.
No, I was thinking that just from this group, you could build quite a TBR pile that you have to
Oh,
deal
yeah.
with.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no doubt. I still have to read the Everest one.
Yeah, you have other
They're
news
still there.
too, right?
They're still there. Yeah, and I guess in other news, I officially got my contract from Shadow Alley Press. So the book that I'm working on right now, One More Turn, will be published by Shadow Alley Press as my first game lit.
Woot.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Yay!
And if you're really interested, it's on my Discord now. You can read preview chapters of it there. or it will be on Railroad probably in a month or so. Full disclosure, I kind of hit a real life IRL issue that slowed me down a bit, but I'm going to get moving here again. I wrote quite a bit yesterday, and so I'm going to keep it moving. And there's 3 books in this series. This is the first one, and this is my first real publishing contract after 10 self-published. So very exciting. So thank you.
Congratulations.
It's such a cool concept for a game lit too. It's very cool.
Thank you.
Can you tell us the concept?
Well, the majority of Gamelit out there is mostly built around MMOs and the concept of an MMO. So like a lit RPG is a character transported literally into a game, whereas a Gamelit is a world that has game-like mechanics.
Okay.
But either way, it's usually MMO style mechanics. And being the person I am and being, kind of old, I like turn-based. And there is very, very, very little turn-based Gamelit because it's kind of hard to present a good reason as to why it would work that way. And I had an idea as to how I thought it would work, and I pitched that to James Hunter, and he was really excited about it. And so this is a world that has it's basically a massive sword has been found that's plunged into the world. It's like thousands of feet high, and there's a door in it, and inside the sword is filled. There's a dungeon, like kind of like the TARDIS, like it's extra dimensional, and inside that world, time is kind of frozen. So no one can really move, but everybody has these gems that they can put on that pulse out against the frozen. There's still time is what I call it. And so it'll pulse out for about 10 seconds and then still time pushes back. And so inside that 10 seconds, you have an opportunity to take a turn. And then everybody has different classes and different abilities. And
So
there's a
cool.
whole
I
mystery.
love it.
The whole mystery as to why the dungeon is there. And there's a bunch of politics and backstabbing and character development and all the stuff that I like to put in. And I'm having a great time writing it. I hope people will enjoy it.
And is this got a lot of your sense of humor in it?
It's
or
fun.
would you say it's
Yeah, no,
more
it definitely
straight?
does. I like to put my humor comes from characters saying funny things rather than funny things necessarily happening.
Right.
So I would say it's the same level. If you've read my other books, it's the same type of mix of adventure and fantasy as the Ever series and Fifth Interdictor, maybe a little bit lighter than Fifth Interdictor. That's kind of a dark story, and that's one that
But
I
I
know Kelly's
love it.
familiar with. And so I'm very happy with how it's going.
Very cool.
Cannot
Thank
wait to read it.
Cool.
Thank you. I have a cover that Jess made for me, but I didn't. I mean, I don't have a way to let you see it. It's just a placeholder cover, but I don't have it available right now.
Well, when you get
I
the
didn't
cool
think-
cover, let us know and we'll reveal
Yep.
that. That'll be fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So cool. All right. Anyone else have anything
Thank you.
cool?
65 days, 20 hours, 26 minutes, and 3 seconds, according to the DragonCon.org countdown timer.
Nice.
I'm getting ready to turn in the first draft of The Last Humans 2. So
Yay!
in a few days, I hope.
I'm excited. Be my next
She will
read.
probably be editing on the way to DragonCon.
Yeah, but not this. I'll be done with this before then.
Fair enough.
But
You'll be
the
editing something.
I'm sure I will. I usually am. But yeah, no, that's
Especially
part of the reason why
since-
I'm trying to get all of this other stuff out of the way. I've got 2 more
Yeah.
books now coming that I've got to get read. So I'm like, I need all of this other business done.
Yeah.
So
Especially since you could just sit in the back, Henry and I will be in the front and stick your earphones in and edit away.
I feel confident I can sell that book, Greg.
You did. Sounds like you did a great job with the first one. This one's even weirder. Every time I have a friend I talk a lot of my book stuff with, and every time I mention it, I was like, if my editor doesn't decide that it's too weird, so we'll see what you think. I like it anyway. But
I'm sure it'll be awesome.
I'm afraid of whatever Kelly decided was too weird.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what that would be like.
Yeah.
Well,
Neither
then
can Kelly.
then I should be good. I should be good.
I've had some pushback, but never for weirdness.
No, weird isn't the problem. No. Nope. Nope. But you can tell by our books I like fast-paced stuff. So that's personal choice, right? Just personal. I like them fast, man. So excellent. That's right. I'll be reading Jess Rainey's book soon.
You will. I am on track. I'm on the second major draft, really. So, yeah.
When's your deadline?
August 1st.
And you're already done?
With the first draft, working on the revision.
Yeah.
I know, she's awesome, right?
She's one of those people who actually writes like a complete draft and then revises it, rather than me, where I like, this chapter's on its 4th draft, and this chapter I just wrote.
Yeah.
It's funny, like, I am not. I have to like get the whole thing out and then fix it. See, like, okay, that didn't make any sense. This needs more stuff. This needs less stuff. And I ended up adding a whole bunch of stuff to this that I really think makes it good. But now I just have to make sure that it all makes sense. And I've been watching a whole lot of Agatha Christie stuff, so I'm trying to be like, ooh, mystery plot. But I'm not sure I'm very competent at it. But
do you know how any hints as to what yours is?
What's that?
Can you give us any hints as to what your book is?
It's a story of 2 magical sisters.
I read the short story.
And
did I read the short story?
No, I don't think so.
No, okay.
But they have to solve a mystery. So they have a murder mystery that comes to town, and they have to figure it out.
And they're witches. Don't forget that part.
They are witches. They're magic users. Yes.
It was kind of burying the lead there.
Right? Yeah. I'm like, hello.
And is this in like our world, or is this in a secondary world?
It's in It's in
Depends
West
on what
Virginia.
You mean by secondary.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that...
Technically both.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Or it's Appalachia. Let's put it that way. I wouldn't say it was exactly one state in Appalachia, West Virginia. Yeah. So it's the same. It's the same as my my Tooth and Nail series. So it's a prequel to all of those. So I like to throw in every monster I can throw in, and I've actually been having a really good time writing magic spells, which I credit D&D for that a little bit, because you kind of like get this feel for it. So I really have been enjoying that, and the idea of cost, right? The everything costs something, so I've been playing around with that, and it's been fun. I mean, once I was really stuck on something, like a scene that I'm like, this just does not work at all, and I hit it. When I figured it out, I was like, now I can't wait to write this. So that was a big deal for me. So I'm excited to go back and make sure it all makes sense now.
Yay!
Nice.
Part of the second last Humans book, I will say, is inspired thanks to you. So
me?
No, Dave.
Oh, it's depressing and
sad and tragic.
Right.
Well, it is. Well, probably some of that, but
he's like, yeah.
It's Darkest Dungeon inspired, I think is what you mean.
It fades to black.
Yeah. Well, Greg, when you read One More Turn, you will see a lot of Darkest Dungeon in there.
Jess, your book sounds really cool. I love
Mm-hmm.
I love
a mystery.
I don't know how to write a book that doesn't have an element of mystery in it, and so anytime someone says there's a mystery, I'm like, okay, I'm interested.
Oh, cool.
I did a lot of research about how to plot it. Like plotting a mystery is very difficult. Like dropping the right clues, dropping all the red herrings you need to drop. I mean, so it's not easy at all. And I'm still not sure I succeeded at that, but I think it's much better than it was. So
it's tough. It's tough to throw in enough clues that you're not cheating, but not so many that it's obvious. It's very. What I find helps is to have you find a beta reader who is better at figuring that stuff out than most people. And then if you can get to the point where they figure it out about a page before the reveal, you're on.
Which is perfect timing. Perfect timing.
That's
exactly where you want it.
Yeah.
Yep, that is perfect timing. And then you have to explain it a little bit more after it happens for the ones that need to catch up.
That was part of your feedback in the last Humans, was that I needed more explanation at the end. So
Yep. For the people who didn't catch on, let's tell them what happened. So you have to cover all the readers. So, but
yeah, I think I got that same note at the end. At the end of mine, the last one that we did.
It's a pretty common note, I think. Yeah, I think it was with what happens with Sarah, which I can't wait till y'all find out. Holy crap. It's so good.
What do we call those on TV? The idiot lines?
No, the idiot lines are the ones that replace the fake line, right? This is different. It's like on Star Trek when they're like, the warp core, blah, 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 blah. And they said, wait, you mean if we turn left, we're going to blow up? Yeah, that's the idiot line.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. So that's different than the full explanation. Because the full explanation isn't just for the readers who didn't quite catch on. It's also for the ones who did guess it to verify that they were right. So you've got to do both. You've got to do both of those things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to make those readers feel super smart.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Where they go, I got it. That's what I said.
I knew it. Because if they're smart, guess what? They're going to want to read the next one.
Exactly.
Yep. And if they were like, I totally didn't get that, they're not going to read anything.
And if they figured it out 4 chapters ahead of it, then they don't.
Now they're bored.
They feel you're stupid.
Exactly.
But if you let them get it 1 second before you reveal it, then they feel like they're a freaking genius.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. See, and y'all people, you think we just sit around and make stuff up all day. I mean, we do. But there's an art to it. Like, we actually have to think. We think about you guys. We think about, because you know what? We're readers too. Everyone in here is a reader, right? Yeah, we're all readers too. So, yeah.
And then you sucker punch them with an even bigger one they didn't see coming.
Yes.
That's Greg's MO. I'm not that clever.
Well, you have to give them something worth fighting for and then cruelly take it away.
Yes.
Destroy their
give
life.
them a character they desperately want to protect and then rip that character to shreds.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm not that mean, sorry.
That's you and Jim Butcher. Sorry.
That is what Jim Butcher does. It's painful reading his stuff. I'm reading it. I'm like, quit being mean to him. When he goes, stop that. You made this up. You don't have to torture him anymore. Yeah.
But that's the fun of it.
No, it's horrible. I hate it. But then he makes me cry by doing something really sweet, and that's why I keep reading it, right? Like, I go through the pain so that I could get to that moment.
You do have to give, like, a hope of happiness. I don't. It's that show, like The 100. There was just never any hope on that show. It was always like, oh, that's terrible. That's even more terrible. Like, I don't want to watch that. I want to at least be tempted with happiness, and then you can rip it away from me.
Exactly. It's far more satisfying to give them hope and then take it away than to never have hope at all.
Yeah, because a lot of people
will of being evil. Like, come on.
A lot of people will just stop reading halfway through if you never give them any hope at all.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why would you keep going if there's no? I mean, like, if you can't if the character can't solve the problem, it's insolvable. Like, why would I keep reading that? I mean. Mm-hmm. Unless it's just fun to watch them be tempted or, like, tested, like Job, but that's not that cool.
No.
Yeah, Job is also a very short story. See, you cannot drag that out. Nobody wants to read that nonsense.
Yeah, narratively, it just doesn't work.
No. Nope. So, awesome.
Somebody should have addressed that with the author.
I have notes.
I have a lot of notes.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, y'all are the best. I'm very excited. Anyone else have anything else? This was my favorite part, man. This was great.
Yes.
So to confirm, we are off next week.
Yeah, looks like it. 4th of July.
What is everybody doing next week?
4th of July next week.
Yeah, but what is everybody doing for 4th of July?
Streaming.
No idea.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing here either. I just
don't feel
me neither.
That much like celebrating at the moment, but I'll stream.
So we're not gaming and nobody's doing anything else?
Greg, are you doing anything?
I mean, I don't know for certain, but usually we don't.
You know, how about we'll decide? Check the website and I'll let you know if we're doing it next week.
I will need to check, because before I can commit to that, I'll need to check. Because
so everyone check and let us know, because I'm fine doing it. Like I said, I'm prepared. I actually was prepared.
Have we ever considered doing a Writing Wrongs like Among Us or something?
No, but that would be fun.
That would be
Maybe
kinda
we can
fun.
do like a charity event because Two Dorks does a charity event. That's what we do the anthology for. So
Yeah.
maybe we can get like Righting Wrongs on and we could all just play a game for like an hour during their charity event. That would
Yeah.
be fun.
Be cool.
That'd be fun.
And I also
Can we play
think-
Overcooked? Let's play Overcooked.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You
6,
do six.
7.
I really
There's
want
us
7
to,
of us.
to get together.
Little uneven, but I think playing Codenames with a bunch of writers would be amazing.
That would be fun, but how are we going to play that virtually?
There are websites
That's
that do
basically
it.
what Among Us is, though. Is
Oh, that's
code
true.
names.
It is?
I mean, it's,
Jenna can
it's
tell you all
still
about it.
it's people trying to sell you on something that isn't true, while you don't know who's
okay.
lying to you and who isn't.
And there's always
Sure.
a traitor.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's mafia, or that sort of
Okay.
type of game.
Yeah, Codenames is all word association.
Okay, I got that
them
wrong. Then.
Yeah, you have to get. So the spy master for each team has to get their team to guess all of the correct words on a board of words. It's like 5 by 5 or something like that. And there's some neutral words, and then there's a double agent. And if you choose the double agent, instant lose. So it's kind of trying to say something like, oh, Washington 3, and you're like, oh, well, George Washington, the Washington Monument, and apples.
Does that have multiple people talking at the same time?
You're actually on
No.
teams. You're
Okay.
actually on teams, and then you have one person is the spy master, and they give the clue, and then the rest of the team talks together to decide which ones to choose.
Okay.
So it's actually really, really fun. We'll bring it to Dragon Con. Yeah, we always bring it. We always play Dragon Con. It's one of those games that's fun even when you're drunk. Because some
Oh,
games
yeah.
are too complicated, some are still fun even when you're drunk. That's one of them. So the clues get crazier, right? When you're drunk, you start putting things together that maybe nobody else does, or maybe that's me even sober. I don't know, but but it's a lot of fun because that's the trick. You could do it one at a time, but then whoever went first always wins, right? So you want to make
Right.
sure that you do it some kind of way to get one clue that ties things together, so that people can guess those multiple things. So it's really fun. It's a really good communication game.
Cool.
Yeah, the first time I ever played the game was the lobby of the Westin at about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and there were 20 of us who had all been drinking. It was fun.
And then we
Lots
bought the
of
game while we
interesting
were there and
clues.
brought it home. So
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Kevin, I think you were saying something.
Oh, I'm now that Jess Astra is ahead of us. Well, I guess so is Greg. Not Greg. David. But I'm eager for us to do like short stories with our characters that we could put together and do something with. I think that would be a huge amount of fun. And we should figure out some way to bind them all together, like narratively.
Well,
I'm not sure exactly what it would be.
The one I wrote was basically Ashanis on his way to the ship and how he gets there, and I think that's probably a decent framing mechanism if everybody kind of just tells the story, the prequel of what was day 0, before day 1 of us arriving.
How you decided to get on the boat that you're now required to keep getting on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's writing mine?
You are.
You are.
Oh, nobody
You
wants
wanted
to
to
read that.
play. Nope, sorry.
It's-
This is
it's
the
your
part. Gotta
debut.
do it. Mhm.
Yeah.
I know a
You
good
can
editor.
do it. You can do it. I have faith. Awesome. All right, y'all are the best. So we're gonna keep 4th of July up in the wings. We'll see. But Spikeette did say that she's gonna be out. So
Yep.
But She's going to a baseball game on 4th of July?
Nice.
I mean,
Is
why?
there anything more American than that?
Right.
That's awesome.
You have
I
to eat apple
mean,
pie.
right,
and-
She's gonna have to drink apple pie. Either one, it's fine.
Yeah.
Or both.
She's not drinking apple pie. I'm sure she'll have a beer though. So. Awesome. All right. I think it's the 7th time I've said all right. I must be in the South or something. All right.
All right.
Good
All
night.
right.
Byes.
Bye,
Good night.
everyone.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Bye.